500 days to avoid the climate chaos. Very important issue of climate change, climate chaos, and I said that we had 500 days to avoid the climate chaos, and I know that President Obama and John Kerry himself are committed on this subject, and I'm sure that with them, with a lot of other friends, we shall be able to reach a success in this very important matter.
And yet everyone on the planet gets all worked up about these pointless little behaviors, blissfully unaware of the great vaporizing meteor due in 2015. Which obviously doesn't exist because I'm kidding! Blissfully unaware of the great vaporizing meteor due in 2015. The great vaporizing meteor due in 2015.
You're never bored painting the Lord.
Daddy, could you help us with our school project?
We're hunting vampire appliances.
Say no more. Okay. Diddly diddly. Well, we pulled more plugs than a Dutch doctor. Now let's take a trip to the side of the house.
Yay!
Why, that's a higher power than even I believe in. Why, that's a higher power than even I believe in. Why, that's a higher power than even I believe in.
This episode of The Simpsons premiered on October 12, 2014. In it, Ned Flanders, a stereotypical evangelical Christian, is painting statues of Jesus when his children ask him to join them in the hunt for vampire electronics. This causes Flanders to go into a frenzy, turning off even items like his clocks and electricity to his house. Keep in mind that this episode was created before most of the hype surrounding September 2015 began. Flanders begins his frenzy by turning off a VCR that says 12, which turns completely off. He then turns his attention to his Rapture countdown clock, which doesn't turn off when he pulls the cord, but instead goes to 0000.00. After this, he goes outside and checks the meter to his house, which clearly says 9:22, and begins to start counting upward. He then appears to switch off all the power to his home and discovers that Homer is stealing his power to operate a Ferris wheel in his backyard. So we see the following times: 12 o'clock midday, Rapture clock at 0, and September 22nd. Interestingly, this appears to mirror the story told in the movie Evan Almighty, where Evan Baxter had to board the Ark by 12 midday on September 22nd.
Maybe it was just a coincidence. I mean, a name is just a name, and a number's just a number, and a number's just a number, and a number's just a number.
You're reaching now.
It's self-printed, self-published, and it's
a secret place where nothing was impossible. a miraculous place where you could actually change the world. What if there was a place? A secret place. A secret place.
With every second that ticks by, the future is running out. Newton?
The first teaser trailer has a clock depicting 00:59:09:23. In the second trailer, there's the same clock appears to be depicted, but with a slightly different time on it. Instead of the 59, it says 63, but the 09:23 is the same. So this appears to be a calendar of some sort, not a clock, with the 9:23 being a day or a date. That's clearly depicted. And I don't believe this was an accident. You guys, I slowed down a 1-second frame at the beginning of the second trailer for Tomorrowland because I thought it was really interesting what it was portraying. It appears to be portraying an outbreak of chaos, and I wanted to see what the images were showing, and when I did, I was stunned. In the first image, we actually see an image of something that appears to be traveling towards the earth. The image is closing in on the land like there's some type of celestial body that's flying towards the earth, and it's flying towards an area that appears to be water mixed with trees as though part of the land is flooded. In the next standstill image, we actually see a city under a veil of darkness. Off to the right, you see a sign that appears to be a gas station sign with 3 different amounts of money, probably price per gallon of gas. The middle one says 4.29, which also reads 9.24 backwards. In the next scene, we see what appears to be a gathering of some sort. There's a lot of fire around, and they appear to be surrounding a monument. In the last picture, you see a scene of total desecration, complete chaos, fire, complete and total darkness, lightning, and we actually see off to the right of this image a pillar of fire. This is all prophecy in the Word of God about the days of darkness, the pillars of fire rising up towards the heavens. The last scene, which isn't a part of the 1-second clip, shows a portrait with riots breaking out on the television from the East Coast. You think it's a coincidence what they're showing?
A few minutes ago, the United States ambassadors to every country in the world told the leaders of those nations what I'm about to tell you. Last summer, 2 comets were discovered that are on a collision course with Earth.
Oh my God.
The smaller comet will hit first.
We now have the details.
Creating a tidal wave over 3,000 feet high. Creating a tidal wave over 3,000 feet high. The larger comet is the size of New York City, 500 billion tons. If it can't be stopped, all life on Earth will perish. A network of immense caves has been constructed. We're going to hold a national lottery. We can put 1 million people.
Here's the clip from the Deep Impact movie, and as you can see here, 921 is shown, and then you have the bunker, and the 923 is shown on the right side. So these, I believe, are the dates that they are pointing to when they're going to start getting into their bunkers, between the 21st and the 23rd of September.
It is our new Noah's Ark. A network of immense caves has been constructed. We're going to hold a national lottery.
Notice how he said that there would be a lottery, and then you have the 921 and 923 dates with the underground bunkers and getting into the Ark. And here at this Illuminati card you have the lotto on 923. So do you guys see how that's hidden, that 9 there? I've highlighted it here for you. 923 again.
The first part of this video will address the movie Evan Almighty. There are references in the movie to September 22nd.
It's September 22nd, it's September 22nd, and we're all still here. Awkward!
People! The flood is imminent!
And in 2 occurrences where the phrase September 22nd, midday, is mentioned as the deadline that Evan Baxter has to complete the Ark and get inside before the flood.
Dry, hot weather will continue.
Until September 22nd, midday. And if the Ark isn't finished by then, you will be.
Is that when it's going to happen? September 22nd, midday?
In one scene, Evan is watching a weather report at his home in Northern Virginia when he hears the voice of God say, September 22nd, midday. God then tells Evan that the Ark must be finished by this time, or he will be finished.
I think they want me to save them.
Save them? From what, Congressman?
Saving the animals, okay. All right, I can roll with that. That's a good idea.
The flood.
A flood? Rolling out.
The flood? This has been the hottest, driest summer on record, and you say we're going to have a flood. When might we expect this?
September 22nd, midday. That's what I was told.
Might I ask who told you?
Not in front of all those people. Don't say it. Don't say it.
God.
Please have the congressman removed.
No, please, you don't understand. God commanded me to build an ark. It's going to rain. There's going to be a flood. Please,
remove him now.
We have to prepare ourselves. That is a yard.
In 9 hours and 23 minutes, you'll be mine. In 9 hours and 23 minutes, in 9 hours and 23 minutes, you'll be mine. In 9 hours and 23 minutes, you'll be mine.
Pope Francis will be in Philadelphia addressing the World Meeting of Families 3 days after climate chaos strikes and begins. Is something going to happen in September? Is something specifically going to happen to the United States? Is Pope Francis planning a meeting to quell the chaos and the nervousness of the American people? Do they need him here in the U.S. to quell, to calm people as they're freaking out over chaos?
Rápidamente muchas personas se vieron sorprendidas por los signos significativos que rodearon el nombramiento del nuevo Papa. El arzobispo de Armagh del siglo XII tuvo la visión del fin de la Iglesia tal cual la conocemos. San Malaquías escribió las profecías de cada uno de los papas con una precisión extraordinaria, y si la lista profética de San Malaquías continúa con su misteriosa precisión hasta el final, el Papa Francisco I será el último papa de la Iglesia Católica Romana. Pero lo más sorprendente fueron sus declaraciones proféticas sobre su vida. Según informaron diversos medios, de regreso del viaje de Corea del Sur, dijo a los periodistas que tiene un tiempo limitado para completar sus reformas de la Iglesia Católica, aunque fue cuando le preguntaron sobre su popularidad que el Papa Francisco I hizo la premonición sobre su muerte. La vivo como una generosidad del pueblo de Dios. Interiormente, intento pensar en mis pecados, en mis errores, para no enorgullecerme. Y luego añadió, porque se durará poco tiempo. Para muchos, la profecía de San Malaquías se hizo realidad cuando el mismo día en que Benedicto XVI sorprendió al mundo con su renuncia sin precedentes, un rayo cayó en la cúpula de la Basílica de San Pedro, una imagen que dio la vuelta al mundo. Fue conocida como la mano de Dios, un signo de los tiempos apocalípticos que sacudirán al Vaticano, la llegada del último Papa. La última profecía de San Malaquías decía que durante el reinado del Papa 112, la Iglesia Católica Romana sería perseguida y la ciudad de las 7 colinas, Roma y el Vaticano, sería destruida durante un escenario apocalíptico donde Dios juzgará a la gente. Cuando estas cosas hayan sido consumadas, la ciudad de las 7 colinas será destruida y el juez terrible juzgará al pueblo. La realidad es que el tiempo dirá si Francisco I es el último papa anunciado en las escrituras de San Malaquías. Y aunque la Biblia no dice claramente que el Papa Francisco es el profeta de los últimos días, para muchas personas en todo el mundo, la elección del Papa Francisco coincide con el periodo del fin de los tiempos y el surgimiento del Anticristo.
Okay, I'm making another video on dreams that I've been having. I had a dream that I was in the middle of a crowd, and while I was in the middle of the crowd, I could see the president on like a podium platform, but it was like a man-made platform, like something had happened, and he was standing on a platform that wasn't like an official platform. He was speaking already, and I was having a hard time understanding him, so I'm trying to move through the crowd or whatever, and I remember looking in like all directions all around me, and there was like so much destruction. Like there was like all this destruction. Something terrible had happened, like globally. I don't know what, but buildings were like toppled, and there was water everywhere. Some places didn't exist anymore. I don't know. It was like catastrophic. I don't know what. I can't say if it was due to a meteor, tsunami, hurricane, tornado, earthquake. I don't know. It may be a combination of all that. I don't know. But the president was talking, and he said, we only have an hour left. And in that hour, most of us, if not all of us, is going to be wiped away. And somebody yelled out in the crowd to him, well, can't you do something to save us? And all of a sudden, the president had the Pope walk up, but I couldn't see his face, but I knew it was the Pope because of the way he was dressed. And he walked up, and all of a sudden they said something to each other, and they were transforming into something. I don't know what they were transforming into, but it didn't seem like from this world. And that's where my dream ended. So I don't know what that means. I do remember seeing a bright light in the sky, but I don't know where it was coming from or why it was coming. I don't know if it was like, I want to say off of my instincts and like common sense that this bright light, because the sun was out, it was sunny outside, so the sun was already out, but this was a bright light that had nothing to do with the sun. So I want to say that it could have been like a comet in the sky or asteroid or a missile coming. I don't know. But he did specify that we only had an hour left. And then him and the Pope ended up on the stage transforming into something. So I don't know what that means. Again, I'm just posting videos really quick on dreams that I've had, and again, any comments that you have.
Scientists have successfully restarted the Large Hadron Collider in an attempt to make history for the second time. 3 years ago, the huge particle smasher uncovered the Higgs boson, an elementary particle that gives other particles mass. Now they hope a more powerful version of the collider might discover dark matter and even extra dimensions in space.
Whoa. Now they're hoping it might discover dark matter and even extra dimensions in space. Interesting. Interesting that they tell you at school that there's nothing else but you came from a monkey and there's nothing else, and then suddenly they're coming out in the mainstream media and just saying, yeah, there might be extra dimensions. Everything.
Then the giant machine has been upgraded. I watched engineers double the LHC's operating energy. The researchers here are looking for what they call dark matter.
It could be as early as this year. Summer may be a bit hard, but late summer maybe could be as early as September if we're really lucky.
Ooh.
Could be as early as September if we're really lucky.
Ooh.
This is our chance to learn more about our planet and maybe even save it.
What you've created here is incredible.
They just cracked interdimensional travel.
All exhibit unique physical conditions.
Just want to fix my friends.
You can't fix this. You should use these powers to help people.
You opened a door you don't know how to close. You opened a door. You opened a door you don't know how to close. You don't know how to close.
Be ready for what's coming.
What is coming?
The answers. Be ready for what's coming.
What is coming?
The answers. The answers.
You opened a door you don't know how to close.
You don't know anything about what's coming.
What is coming?
Doom.
What is coming?
Doom. You opened a door you don't know how to close. You opened a door you don't know how to close.
It's hidden from the eyes of the world and is now found again by the purest of heart. The sacred guardians of the key were appointed by nature itself to protect the machine and guard its sacred purpose until a time came when humankind needed its power once more.
Shell? Casey, stay here!
Master Splinter, what's going on? We've seen that kind of energy before. Rico! And the Daimyo's son. This is what we told you about, Master Splinter. They merged somehow, combined together. They merged somehow, combined together.
All into one ugly package.
We told you we would return. We told you we would have our revenge. We control time and space. We control time and space. Time and space. We are unbeatable.
We're going down, Falcon!
jerk Nitro tore the hydraulics hose when he slammed us. We got no stabilizers. Nitro! Give us a hand!
Why is he helping us?
Who cares? We got a race to win.
Way to win a race, partner.
Hey! It's happening again. It's pulling me away from here.
Raph, listen. Just remember that if you do nothing else in your life, you were once a planet racer. Not everyone can say that.
And you remember, race with honor.
I was given life 200 years ago. Feel my own life.
You have strength and speed and stamina, far beyond that of any human. You could use those gifts in a war that you are already a part of. You cannot save the human race. Nothing can stop their demise.
There's an entire army of monsters right now. Tens of thousands of them. Could mean the end of all mankind. This ends tonight. I'm a monster.
God will surely damn you. God will surely damn you.
This ends tonight. Tens of thousands of them. Could mean the end of all mankind. This ends tonight.
Now, if my measurements are correct,
Great Scott!
That seems not normal.
Honey, I think I might have opened a dimensional vortex.
Just don't throw anything into it.
Oh man, now I've done it.
For our freedom and yours.
Some alien life force has sent real-life video games to attack us. Pac-Man's a bad guy?
Incoming!
Donkey Kong.
It's just a barrel. How bad could it hurt?
We're the only ones who can do this!
I'm kidding. We are all gonna die. I'm just sorry.
May I introduce to you Professor Iwatani, the creator of Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is not bad, you see.
Professor Iwatani, what are you doing?
I will talk to him. He's my son. Hello, my sweet little boy. Look how big you've grown.
That's so sweet. He's so sweet.
I know. You're a good boy.
Somebody annihilate this stupid thing!
Hey guys, I just wanted to do a follow-up video to the one I put out yesterday with the 5 Illuminati cards that show the dates of 9/23 and 9/24. There's one more card that somebody pointed out to me that clearly points to 9/23 also, so I'm going to add that here, and so you'll see all 6 cards. But before I just want to go over these 5 cards. This first one's called Seize the Time. As you can see here, you have the 9, the IX is 9, and then the sword is a slash, and then you have the 9 plus 12 plus 3, which would equal 24. So you have 9/24. on this card, and you look at it and there's a meteor or something. It looks like something's about to hit the Earth here. The next card is called barcodes, and when you look at the barcode here, what you see is these numbers. Now if you turn over the 666, you have 999, so you have a 9, 9, and a 9, and then you have a 23 hidden here, so you have a 9 and a 23, and then again you have the 23 backwards, so you have another 9 and a 23, and then you have the 24 backwards, so you have 9 and 24. This is hidden in this card. Okay, the next card is called the Warehouse 23. Now if we look carefully, this is the most obvious one to me. You have the 23 obviously, and then you have that 9 right there. I highlighted it in yellow so you could see it clearly. You have the 9 and then the slash 23, 9/23 again. The next card we see is called the Pave the Earth. And if we look carefully here, the 23 is obvious again, but the 9 is a little bit harder to see, so I put it in darker colors for you so you could see it there. So if you can look carefully, it's there. Then you have the slash is the red line, so you have 9/23 again. 9/23. This next card is called Vatican City. You see the Pope with a W on his hat. The W is the 23rd letter of the alphabet, so that's kind of obvious, the 23. And then the 9 is hidden right there. I highlighted it in black so you could see it. It's 9 right there. And then the W is the 23.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And when it does, everything changes. It's coming. And when it does, everything changes.
It's happening faster than we thought. It's like I can steal light, channel the darkness. It's like I can steal light, channel the darkness. Steal light, channel the darkness.
It's coming. And when it does, everything changes.